the brand new Brawler Buzz 1v1 versus every other brawler in Brawl Stars. This little guy is a short-range beast with a ton of mobility and a quick charging super, and he's ready to make a splash in Brawl Stars. So let me give you a quick rundown of Buzz and his kit before we hop into the 1v1 interactions. So Buzz is going to be the chromatic brawler for this season of the Brawl Pass, which means he will be found on the paid side of the Brawl Pass at tier 30, or you can get him from boxes after you have passed tier 30. So if you are going to be getting the Brawl Pass, be sure to use code LEX. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help support me, my family, and keep making content on this channel that you guys like, just like this video. Buzz is a melee brawler who has to be up close and personal to do his damage. He can get close to you either by using his fast movement speed or by his super called Torpedo Throw. With this super, Buzz will throw out his flotation device and grapple towards any object that he hits. It can be another brawler, a wall, a showdown box, or even the minecart. He can even use it to pull himself through a fence because, well, that makes sense. When he arrives at the target, he will stun everyone around him for a short period of time, which gives him a huge advantage in getting the kill. If you're using his first star power called Tougher Torpedo, the stun duration will be increased by half a second. Now with Buzz's super, there's a couple things to note. First off, his super charges up by itself when anyone is within the massive circle around him. The more enemies within this big dotted circle, the faster it charges. The circle's range can be increased by using his second star power called Eyes Sharp. This star power will increase the radius of the circle by 33%. Buzz's super is the focal point of his attack, and his gadget will complement that, but with a drawback. Whenever you use his gadget called Reverse Buoy, it will instantly fill his super meter. However, his next super will not stun the enemies that it hits. This gadget is going to be great for things like surprise attacks on lower health brawlers, or making some really cool trick shots, or even for getting yourself out of dangerous situations. For his main attack, he uses his whistle to blast people with sound waves for 588 damage in a fan pattern 5 times. Now, that makes one full attack deal 2,940 damage at max level. Interestingly enough, his character sheet says that he slaps people, but in his animation, he's clearly using a whistle. Come on, Brawl Stars, get it together. Now that you know a little about Buzz, let's see how he stacks up against every other brawler in the game, and then we're going to listen to his voice lines, as well as I'll give you my opinion on how good Buzz will be. One last note about these tests: each match will be a best of 3. The first round is base interaction, no gadgets, no supers. The second round, gadgets are allowed, and then the third round, if it makes it there, all supers and all gadgets are allowed. That being said, Buzz's gadget does not help him in these tests, so there are many times where the match is over after one round because the second round would be exactly the same as the first round. But you can keep track of the score on the scoreboard at the top of the interactions. With that said, let's see how Buzz does against the Trophy Road Brawlers. As you can see, Buzz deals an intense amount of damage. However, each shot does take a little longer to unleash. Because of this, it gives other brawlers who have like instant damage a chance to take him out. Well, at least slightly, because he won almost all of those. Only El Primo was able to come away with the win here, and even with that, it wasn't by a huge margin. What Buzz lacks for in size, he makes up for in whistling? So Buzz can do a ton of damage, but against a true tank damage dealer like Daryl, yeah, he kind of just like jumped into the deep end. He didn't make it back out. Who saves the lifeguard when they're drowning? You know, it's probably not any of these epic brawlers, as they're ready to get their feet wet. Buzz came close to taking out Frank in his near 11,000 health, which is really impressive. Buzz's super will interrupt Frank's super though, little tip. The only epic brawler missing here is Griff, but that's because I can't show him to you yet. However, be sure to subscribe for that video very soon. Until then, let's see how Buzz does against all the mythic brawlers. more destruction. You know, for a certified lifesaver like Buzz, he sure is violent. I think someone really needs to reassess his job title. Oh wait, it's Star Park. Yeah, he fits in. So then we have made it to the legendary brawlers. Can any of these brawlers make a splash, or will they be swimming in the kiddie pool after this fight? Well, let's find out. And they call themselves legendaries. Psh. Now Buzz is performing pretty well overall, but outside of these sort of interactions, which are just to give you a baseline understanding of the damage interaction between brawlers, and they're not meant to simulate an actual in-game fight. In those situations, Buzz is going to have a hard time getting to other brawlers without his super. However, being able to charge up that super in the cover of safety and then strike when the time is right, it's going to be pretty tough. So let's see if his chromatic buddies can take him down. Surge wasn't wearing his life vest. You know, that's what happens. Okay, so as you saw on the scoreboard, Buzz does incredibly well in these tests. But how well did his voice actor do for his lines? Let's have a listen.
I was a trombone player. I blame the suit. And remember to stay hydrated. That's my whistle. Stupid suit. That's a felony. I'm gonna have to write you up. Rule violation. Don't mess with the whistle. Don't be salty. Take a shower. Obey the rules. You just wouldn't listen. Read the sign. Don't touch my floaty. You can't save everyone. I rule this pool. Eat my bubbles. Not to blow my own whistle, but I'm awesome. Daring diving dino defeats delinquents. No one drowns when I'm around. Only a fool messes with my pool. Time to make a splash. I dive, people stay alive. Another day, another life saved. Certified lifesaver. Ready for duty. Let the saving begin. Stand back. Trained professional here. Resuscitation is my vocation. I thirst for aid. To the rescue. Diving dynamite. Feel the floaty. Splash down. First aid fury. I just wanted to help.
He's a certified lifesaver, y'all. Totally didn't just pound everybody into dust. He's out there saving lives. He's doing God's work. Those lines are awesome. But I think Buzz is also going to be an awesome brawler. I think he's going to be very dependent on his super to get close to anybody, but if he's able to land that super on you, yeah, it's going to end with a splash. I think that Buzz is actually going to be a pretty solid brawler overall. He's still going to struggle with, the deficiencies of being a melee brawler, but that super will really help, balance the tables with that. And I think that overall he's going to do a pretty darn good job and be one of the more dynamic, quick moving across the map brawlers. And I think that we're going to see some pretty insane plays with some of those supers. It's going to be really cool. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. You guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about Buzz and how good do you think he's going to be? Also, be sure to stay tuned for the next sneak peek video because we got more coming. But until then, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.